Here's the first issue. I noticed when I got it, I turned this, it would have a grinding sensation inside here. So what I had to do is I had to take this apart. I used a 1200 wet sand and I sanded all the burrs off all this inside, and then I put grease in there and put it back together. So I'm going to go on the other side and show you how to take this apart. Now if you're mechanically inclined, this will be a lot easier to do. Okay, what you want to do is take off the two nuts. One's a locking nut, one's a nut for, if you notice, it's for this going up and down. Then there's a spring in here. So you're going to take off the nuts, remove the spring slowly because it'll bounce. So take the spring off. Then the other side, this will pull through. When it pulls through, you want to take and sand the parts. You want to take and sand the inside of this and get all the burrs off. Put all the grease back in it, put some new grease in it. Now I use high-speed bearing grease. It works great. Put it in there, put it back together. All right, put your spring in. Now you're gonna have to turn your spring and keep turning and pushing till you get the right tension. All right, if it's not tight enough, you put it here, it'll stay here. So lift it out, turn a little bit, push it back until this actually goes back on its own, all the way. See? Once you get the right tension, put the first nut on, snug it up, make sure it's still the right tension. Okay, from that point put the second nut on and lock it so they don't come apart. Now you got the right tension so it returns all the way. Okay, next thing is, here's your lock nut and your adjustable for the tension on this neck. Roll it down a little bit, give it about an inch here, then try to move it back and forth. If it really moves, you're going to have to take the nut off, or just loosen, I mean. Take that screw and turn it clockwise until you get this almost snug. Be careful, you're too tight, it won't go back up. So you want it to where it goes up smoothly, but it doesn't move. Now this moves just probably a thousandth of an inch. That's fine, because it's not going to, look at that, you can't tell it moving. That's when you lock your nut back down and then test it again, make sure it doesn't move, and it still goes back up freely. Okay, now from that point, you run all the way down, put a little grease around here. Okay, just to help it out a bit. Okay, now these 2 points are done. Now you're pretty well accurate on the setup on this, and we're going to go to the next one here in a second. Okay, now I received this, and this is loose. So this makes the motor slide in and out so you can adjust the belt. All right, I set this at 1390. So you can adjust it any speed you want, but I got it set at 1390 now. From this point, you're going to pull the motor back. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. From this point, once the belt's loose, you want to go in here and tighten up the Allen wrench on both of these. This one was loose. So I noticed as I was using it, it would stop working. I look at the top, this had fallen down and the belt fell off. So tighten the Allen wrench on both of these snug, but make sure they're flat across when you're adjusting the height of this. Make sure they're level across so the belt is even all the way across. So you can probably put the belt up here if you want. See, now does it look level across? Looks pretty level. Now you tighten them down. Make sure they're tightened real tight. So I'm going to put this at 1390. Okay, and it's still level. You don't want to do this. That's a no-no. They got to be level every time. So put like so, like so. Okay, from there you're going to pull the motor out. Take the pry bar. Okay, now pry it out. Get this tension tight. So you pry it out best you can. Tighten these down. You see this? Tighten this down. There's one on the other side as you're holding the tension. Tighten the other one down. Then adjust this a little tighter. Same with the back one. So your hand tight doesn't seem to work too well, so you want to use the wrench. Okay, now your tension's set, your speed is set. These have been tightened down, your motor's tight, ready to go. Okay, last adjustment. Now underneath here, there's a nut. You want to just loosen this nut up that's under here. Loosen it up. This will tilt. This tabletop's going to tilt like this. All right, tilt it until you get the drill bit just like that. See, it's all square. Okay, if you tilt it wrong, it's going to look like this, or it's going to look like this. Okay, you want to tilt it till you get it to look like this. Once you get that, tighten that nut down real tight, and then check it again. Make sure that you got it perfectly flat across the drill bit. Now this is adjusted. And I also noticed the other direction, they come pretty, this came really good the other way too, so it came out, that part was really good. Okay, this unit is ready to